Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A country in crisis.
I want everyone to take this seriously.
At least 10,000 people with the coronavirus have now died in the United States. The country's death toll doubling from 5,000 to 10,000 in less than 5 days. But there is hope.
The power to change the trajectory of this epidemic really lies in the hands of the American people.
The coronavirus pandemic and its grip on our lives tops our noon again today. Here's what you need to know. Statewide, Michigan has now more than 17,000 confirmed cases, and we have lost 727 people in our state. The numbers underneath the yellow arrows show the increase in cases and deaths in just a 24-hour period. Taking a look back to understand the scope of all of this and how rapidly it's all happened here in Michigan, we first reported our first 2 cases on March 10th in our state. 2 weeks later, we had more than 1,700, and today there are more than 17,000 cases statewide. New updates have been coming mid-afternoon, so we will keep you updated with that later today when we get today's numbers. Meantime, an unusual sight at the state's capitol during our Stay Home, Stay Safe order. The Senate just convened and voted to extend the deadline for the governor's emergency declaration. Our Rod Maloney was there, joining us now live from the state capitol. And Rod, talk about the atmosphere there and how they were able to stay safe.
Well, it's social distancing on steroids, and it's a situation where you can't even get in the building without having your temperature taken and answering a lengthy questionnaire about your health condition. And even at that, many legislators said, no, I'm not going to be here. And so most didn't even show up. They're at the bare minimum for a quorum. Just seconds after 10 a.m., wearing an Everybody Against COVID-19 t-shirt, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist gavelled the much unwanted session to order. The rules require 20 senators in place to make a quorum, and exactly 20 attended. Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey did the invocation.
Whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul.
Showing off his singing voice, lending a spiritual hue to the somber proceedings. Senators employed every kind of protection they could. All wore masks. Some had rubber gloves, with plenty of hand sanitizer at the ready, and even one senator held a face shield. They came to vote on a concurrent resolution. Legislative leaders interpreting the Michigan Constitution to say in order for an executive order to get extended, there needs to be an in-person vote. They say the governor's emergency declaration officially expires today. The governor wants her order to go until mid-June, but the Senate instead offered a May 1st deadline.
Question on the adoption of Senate concurrent resolution 2-4. Any further discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor will say aye. Aye. Those opposed will say no. The resolution is adopted.
So it was unanimous. They were in and out in 13 minutes. We tried to get the Senate majority, make that the minority leader before he left. He was in his car and on his way back to Flint before his press secretary could even get a hold of him, and that's kind of the way it's gone. Now, the House has a larger number for a quorum, and they're checking in now. They opened their session at 10, but they've been checking everybody in, and so they're expected to vote about 1 p.m. We'll be there for that. Reporting live in Lansing, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, Rod, thank you. On the national front, streets in many major U.S. cities are empty. There are now more than 366,000 confirmed coronavirus cases across the United States. What a staggering number. There's also more than 10,000 Americans that have lost their lives to this virus. This all according to a New York Times report. And when it comes to the war on the coronavirus, our country is bracing for the peak of the pandemic meanwhile. And as Tom Costello reports, the president continues to defend the administration's response, while many state governors and an internal government watchdog report are painting a devastating picture.
A new definition of our new normal.
If back to normal means acting like there never was a coronavirus problem, I don't think that's going to happen. If you want to get to pre-coronavirus, you know, that might not ever happen in the sense of the fact that the threat is there.
As the nation faces a critical stretch in the battle against the coronavirus.
The next week and a half is going to be a big surge, the professionals tell us.
A new Inspector General watchdog report finds hospitals nationwide are facing shortages of critical medical gear. And many states are warning their hospitals will run out of personal protective equipment within days. Meanwhile, many small business owners are struggling to obtain loans promised under the $2 trillion relief package, as both technical glitches and sheer demand have overwhelmed the Small Business Administration. The president signaling the initial $350 billion earmarked for the plan may not be enough.
We're going to have to probably add more money to this to save and to keep our small businesses going and to keep the employees of those small businesses working.
Also overnight, South Carolina reversing course, now telling its 5 million residents to stay at home or work with few exceptions. Still, 8 states remain without a full stay-at-home order. Dr. Anthony Fauci says he spoke with the governors of 2 of those states, Iowa and Nebraska, and he believes they have an acceptable equivalent. The president says it will be left up to the states for now.
They are doing what we're asking them to do without having to put the seal on it. But I will say, if I thought it was necessary, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
As most of the country enters another week of sheltering at home and social distancing, Dr. Deborah Birx is calling on Americans to take care of each other.
I want everyone to take this seriously.
Meanwhile, the New York Times is reporting that in late January, senior White House trade advisor Peter Navarro warned about the coronavirus and the looming threat to the American public. Navarro wrote on January 29th, quote, "The lack of immune protection or an existing cure or vaccine would leave Americans defenseless in the case of a full-blown coronavirus outbreak on U.S. soil. This lack of protection elevates the risk of coronavirus evolving into a full-blown pandemic, imperiling the lives of millions of Americans." That was at about the same time the president was suggesting this was all a hoax. The next day, the president did begin the travel restrictions on China. I'm Tom Costello, NBC News. Back to you.
All right, Tom, thank you. Here at home, Local 4 and Click on Detroit have launched a new initiative. It's called Food for Frontline, and it is a community-wide effort to help both our frontline workers in healthcare and our local restaurants. And you can be a part of this by making a donation, and that will help provide meals to Metro Detroit area hospitals. So if you would like to be a part of this, you can go to forthefrontline.clickondetroit.com. And for the second straight day, the stock market is showing some gains with optimistic news outweighing negative trends. Take a look right now at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, showing stock prices are on the rise once again today like it was yesterday. The Dow had a major surge on Monday as well. And stock prices are rising following upticks at stock exchanges in Europe and Asia. There is also optimism over positive signs in data that suggests that lockdowns and strict social distancing are working to slow the spread of the virus. And there is one area of concern with reports that requests to delay mortgage payments have risen nearly 2,000% as many homeowners seek relief because of financial pressures brought on by the pandemic. And don't forget, for all of the most up-to-date information related to the coronavirus here in Michigan and across the state and the world, clickondetroit.com is packed with useful information to help you and your family get through the crisis. It's all there at clickondetroit.com/coronavirus. And switching gears, if you've taken a look out your window, if you've been home in the home office all day, you've probably noticed that we've had some rain out there throughout the morning. Looks like we're getting a bit of a break across the state on radar, but let's check in with Brandon. Oh, looks like Grosse Pointe Woods still getting a little rain over there.
We got hammered about a half an hour ago, and some looming light stuff out here. But yes, there are showers moving west to east, and we are going to get a little bit of a break, but we must not rest on that because some stronger stuff coming our way later in the day. So we're live here in Grosse Pointe Woods. Temperatures are struggling due to some showers, but it's middle upper 40s with areas like Jackson, Adrian, Lansing already in the low 50s, which is where we will be shortly once this wet weather gets on out of here. 4 Live radar shows some boomers in that northern Wayne County right there. That was what we had earlier, and there are still some showers up in our north zone in the Thumb, but overall we will be drying through the afternoon, hitting temperatures in the middle, maybe upper 50s, and then as we head through this evening, round 2, and some of these showers and storms will be on the strong side, even a severe threat, damaging wind, hail. We will be watching that very closely, Rhonda, and coming up, we will track what to expect and when ahead.
All right, Brandon, thank you. We'll see you here in a few. Meanwhile, we do want to get to some breaking news into our newsroom. White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham will leave her position. She is returning to the East Wing as First Lady Melania Trump's chief of staff. Grisham, who stepped into the job less than a year ago, did not host a press briefing at any point during her tenure. Still to come, world leaders are begging the public to stay home as the number of confirmed coronavirus cases rises. After the break, a look at the global impact of this troubling pandemic.